Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Chase Cunningham or Dr. Cunningham or Dr. Trust, whatever. Let's get into the Oracle CVE that is out there that has got a lot of people freaking out. I'm going to give you what you need to know, the reality of it, and then some ways to look for it as well. And then I'll show you just how prolific this is on the internet. And normally I do this with a different background or whatever, but I'm traveling right now and I'm in a hotel room and I didn't make my bed. So I just don't feel like showing that. So you just have to look at my misshapen head. Anyway, let me start walking through the analysis of this thing. All right, so Oracle just shipped an emergency patch for a 0 day in their e-business suite that Cl0p, or however you want to say that ransomware group's name, is actively abusing for data theft and extortion. If your organization runs EBS 12.2.x, basically it's a fire drill. So here's what's happening. Here's how the exploit chain works, and what you need to do. And I would do this fast, like in the next 24 hours. Okay. So you can go look up the vulnerability. It's CVE 2025-61882 in Oracle e-business suite, concurrent processing, BI publisher integration. There's a lot of stuff there. Unauthenticated remote code exploitation, which is not good, over HTTP, which is a 9.8 on the severity scale. So it's a holy shit type deal. Threat group, Cl0p, is using it to steal data and extort folks. Basically, that's what they do. Their ransomware, right? Patch it, and Oracle has put out an out-of-band advisory, and then go look for things that show persistence is basically the fix here. So here's what happened. So late September, early October of this year, executives all across the country in the United States began receiving mass extortion emails claiming data theft from Oracle systems. Google's threat intel team flagged a high volume campaign. Oracle confirmed customers were being extorted. So Oracle was involved here for the confirmation side. October 4th to 6th, which was just a couple days ago, Oracle issued an emergency patch for a previously unknown EBS bug, now tracked as CVE 2025-61882. Multiple teams, including CrowdStrike, Rapid7, Tenable, HISec, and others, have seen this thing in the wild. So it's a weaponized exploit. It's out there. You need to go fix this. As of today, which is the 7th of October, media and search globally reiterate active exploitation, urge you to patch your shit immediately. Several notes emphasize data theft and extortion because of the encryption capability here. Remember, remote code exploitation over HTTP, not good. Let's break down the vulnerable side of this thing. So the product component you got to be focused on: Oracle e-business suite, BI publisher, impact, unauthenticated remote code execution. That means not good. So just, yes, you need to fix this. The versions that are affected specifically are 12.2.3 through 12.2.14. So those are your specific ones if you're trying to vector in. Why it's bad: internet exposed EBS or partner accessible portals give attackers a straight path to command execution under the app context. So not good. And just to kind of validate how easy this stuff is, I went off and ran some Shodan queries and threw some stuff in a Google Dork system that does GPTs for dorks. I'm not going to share it with you. You can look it up on your own. I'm not going to have trouble for that one. But was able to really go off and look, and I found, gosh, lots and lots and lots of these Oracle e-business suites that are exposed. It was really simple to find them. I'm looking at screenshots of a whole bunch. Looks like there's a lot of developers that have been using this stuff. I see some pretty large corporate names in here. So yes, this is a problem. And it took me about 3 minutes to find that stuff. And I'm not even a bad guy per se. So there you go. The exploit flow, the kill chain, how this would work. So recon, you're going to look for those public EBS endpoints, which is what I just told you. Fingerprints 12.2 to 12.2.3 through 12.2.14. Initial access, send a crafted HTTP request to the vulnerable BI publisher integration and concurrent processing RCE without creds. So remote code exploitation without creds means no username, no password, just bingo, bango, bongo. Post exploitation, what do they bad guys do after they've got it? Drop a lightweight web shell, shovel the shell, or abuse the app server to run data dumps, which is very easy to do. Pull finance, HR, supply chain data, all that stuff is processed by Oracle EBS, e-business, pretty big. Stage the exfil, often cloud storage or bulletproof VPS. Extortion emails will follow, screenshots, threaten public leaks, no need for lockers, faster dwell time, demand cycle, etc. So Cl0p hallmark. This is basically since the MOVEit exploit. Here's a note from CrowdStrike: assesses the Cl0p linkage with moderate confidence. Multiple outlets and advisories echo active exploitation. Treat as confirmed. So I would say just treat it as Cl0p is using this, and if it acts like a duck and walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, any of the hippopotamus. How you might detect this: so low friction, high signal, web tier stuff. Look for a lot of post or gets on the BI publisher concurrent processing endpoints. If you see anything that throws out weird 500 or 404 patterns as a response, that could be something, somebody trying things. Newer modified report templates showing up that weren't there yesterday. Outbound spikes to unfamiliar VPSs, cloud buckets shortly after suspicious HTTP traffic. So that's not good. And mailbox, extortion emails. Obviously, if you get one of those, that's a fucking problem. So here's a couple more things. Cl0p's playbook hasn't changed. Basically, they've been doing this stuff for a while. They find a widely exploited deployed enterprise app with remote exploitation ability, then they go after it. They skip the encryption stuff basically because this is a business thing for them. In 2023, it was Move It. In 2025, it's the e-business deal. It's a strategic selection for those folks. EBS, the bad guys, that is. EBS concentrates high-value business data in one place, which we know is kind of risky. The 0 day that we're talking about gives them unauthenticated remote code exploitation, which means they could jump straight to data discovery and exfil. So it's a red teamer hacker, bad guy's wet dream. Victims then get high-pressure emails demanding payment with screenshots of proof, which I could take screenshots right now. It's not hard. And then Oracle has responded with a patch, so you have to give them credit. At least they got a patch there together. Do this now, right, in the next 12 hours. Patch your stuff. Use that emergency patch. Hunt for compromise. Look for weird web shells. Look for strange concurrent jobs, BI publisher templates that showed up, unusual outbound traffic. Now, here's the caveat. If you don't have the ability to do that, you're kind of up shit creek, and you should have been putting that stuff in place for a long time. Restrict EBS internet exposure. Enforce WAF rules. Anything anonymous coming across the WAF, don't allow it to go. Watch for egress to new cloud stuff. So you're going to have to really be paying attention to what's going on. And then get your playbooks ready, right? Know what to do when things go sideways, because it's very possible that they will. Indicators and intel, it's going to be weeks is what it seems like between when they get the stuff and when they start sending those nasty emails. So it's not going to be a fast turnaround. TTPs, unauthenticated RCE, data theft, email exploitation. And then the notable advisory stuff, you already talked about that. So short term, risk forecast is pretty substantial. Mass scanning, like I said, Oracle is all place everywhere. So it's pretty significant. And it's, like I said, looking for Oracle eBusiness Suite is not hard. It really is not hard. I looked it up in seconds. You're an investor in Oracle. Oracle's taking a little bit of a crap today with this stuff. It's down about $2. So yeah. So here's the end takeaway, right? I like to keep these things short, but I'm trying to advise, what the smart path is here. So if you run Oracle eBusiness Suite, or if you don't know if you run Oracle eBusiness Suite, start scanning and looking around and see if you do. Assume that you are being scanned right now for targeting, because this is a very easy exploit. And this is, like I said, it's a bad guy's wet dream. Patch that thing. Patch it, patch it, patch it. Don't suck at patching. Hunt for abuse of concurrent processing BI publisher, anything that looks like that. Lock down the exposures. And then if anything else comes up, I'll post it and share it and whatever else. And I'll share this with people that if they want it. But there are some sources here. There's Oracle, CrowdStrike, Tenable, Mandiant, Reuters. So go for that. This is definitely something to pay attention to. This is definitely something to get ahead of, like ASAP right now. If you don't know if you're running Oracle, find out. Assume that you are. Zero trust, right? And then start working your way going forward. But yeah, there's been a few of these this year that are significant. This one is definitely significant. So go off and do your thing and start your fixes and patch it. Stay smart, stay safe, stay secure, and keep moving.